The NFL has released the upcoming schedule for the Carolina Panthers. A lot of talk about this schedule, and in my opinion, it's a little extra that's paid attention to the NFL schedule when they release it. Because back in December, we knew who the Panthers' opponents would be, and I think that's the bigger deal. But there are some good things, in my opinion, that are exciting once you see that schedule. The first thing that jumps out to me is the number of primetime games that the Panthers will have. And I think this is great for the organization because anytime you're having primetime games, I mean, the league thinks that you're relevant. I know Coach Rivera talked about that years ago, relevancy. And I really feel like this schedule details mostly emphasizes that the Panthers are now relevant. Biggest relevant game will be playing on a Thursday night in Dallas. I know a lot will be made about the Greg Hardy situation. I'm one of those guys that don't like to talk about it. Unfortunately, we'll be talking about it later on this season. But they also have two Sunday night games, and they're both at home. So that's really exciting for the Carolina Panther fans, including myself here in Charlotte. We'll get to see that in Charlotte. I think that'll be great. The one thing that steps out, the one thing that stands out that's a negative is that the players will have an early season bye. Now, 2 years ago, they had that bye early in the season, had a very successful season, and made it to the second round of playoffs. They didn't win that game. Unfortunately, we haven't won a playoff game in a couple of years, but the early break does make it a little bit hard to get rest on the players later on in the season. But overall, schedule with the difficulty of after their bye week to play the teams that they're playing, don't think that's a big deal. Again, they knew they were going to have to play these guys. The NFL is an any given Sunday kind of league, and I don't think the schedule plays a huge impact on your success. So if you agree with me, disagree, love to hear your guys' comments. Leave them below. Also, if you want to get frequent updates from me throughout the day, Twitter is the best place to follow me at Charlotte Vibe. We're also on Facebook and post plenty of pictures on Instagram. We will be back at the stadium next week for the NFL Draft, so I invite you to stay tuned.